Hello, BookTube.
Hello.
So it hasn't started yet. It's still a couple of days before the start of New Worlds, November.
Yep. Starts
But
Tuesday.
yep, we're going to give you our week 2 uh, TBR today.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get that done. Because in the middle of the week, I don't want to do that. I want to come on with story reviews.
Mm.
So when we finish a story, finish some stories, I like to get on here and talk about them.
Yes.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Yes.
And hopefully somebody's reading some of these stories with us. It'll be great. I think someone was reading one of these with us, but I can't remember.
I know
First Contact.
For week 2.
Yeah.
I think someone's reading First Contact with us. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Childhood's End. Somebody's reading that with you. It's you and Nathan. And is it Sean?
And Sean, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So I'll start because I have more. And then I'll read a couple, and then you can do a couple. Does that work?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm starting with Tim Marsh, and I believe it's pronounced Michael Swanwick, Swanwick, but I believe it's pronounced Swanwick, and it is in this book right here. And I like these. I really I really enjoy the quit. I really enjoy these year's best science fiction. They're not made anymore, unfortunately, but Gardner Dozois did a great job.
That's a pretty cover.
Yeah, they're all really cool covers. But Gardner Dozois did an amazing job with editing these things and compiling them. So his compilations are excellent. But yeah, I'm starting with that one. It's not a real long story. 25 pages. I try not to get anything too long because I want to throw in other stuff. I want to throw in other stuff if I finish a story real quick, I'm not going to move on to the next one that I've got on the list. I'm going to find a different one. I want to find a new one to add. So because I'd like to get at least 7 stories in. I've only got 6 picked for this week, but I'd like to get at least 7 in for every week, possibly 10. Or throw in a short novel for that week and read that when I finish my short story. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'll figure it out. We're not to week 2 yet.
Yeah.
You just found it, and then she almost dropped the
ginormous book. Okay, oh crap. Tim Marsh, I like it's one of the things I really like about sci-fi novels and stories. They have great names.
They do.
Great titles.
Yep. See, it's not a long story.
He won the Hugo Award for The Dog Said Bow Wow. Never mind.
Yeah, I've read some. I read something by Michael Swanwick last year that it was okay. It was one of those people sitting around talking stories that had a cool concept, but it wasn't all that well written. And it won awards and stuff like that, and I didn't love it.
If it's done well, the people sitting around talking, it
can work.
It's great.
Yeah, I've read stories. I've seen movies where it's just people sitting around talking that are wonderful. And I read books, short stories that are like that. And if they're written well, they're great.
Mm-hmm.
But that one was just boring. So I'll go on to the next one. First Contact by Murray Leinster. Becky and I both are reading this. Mm-hmm. So this is in our. Is it this one?
No. Yeah. What is it? Oh yeah, this.
Yeah, it's in this one.
I was looking at that one.
Science Fiction, Science Fiction Hall of Fame, Volume 1. If you're someone who is just wanting to get into science fiction short stories, and you want to get into some classic, go with this. This whole series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great covers. Some of the best stories ever written. I've gotten so many good stories out of these. Like Volume 2A is a great one as well because it's got a lot of novellas in it.
The picture on this one cracks me up.
Yeah.
See, I thought this was a little dude with little skinny arms reaching for the probe. I'm such a goober.
But we're both reading that one, and that's one we would like to buddy read with some people. So if you would be interested in reading First Contact in Extraterrestrial week, which is week 2, then let us know.
Yeah, it's by H.G. Wells.
No, it's by Murray Leinster.
Where did I get H.G. Wells from?
I don't know. I
was looking at it earlier.
If I'm mispronouncing that, Leinster, let me know. I don't know if it's Leinster or Leinster. think it's got to be one of those
Yeah,
two.
it take the first contact takes place in deep space. So it's extraterrestrial. It's away from Earth. A lot of books that are about first contact are terrestrial. So I like the difference there.
Yeah. What's your next story? Your next short story?
My short story.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to be reading this week a book called it's ellipses ellipses dot and then there were none by Eric Frank Russell. I was
Show them what it's in.
Yeah, it's in the Science Fiction Hall of Fame, Volume 2A.
Yeah.
I was really drawn to the title of this one, honestly, and I
Well,
read the
we're,
first
we're huge fans of the
of the Agatha Christie
Agatha
novel.
Christie story that we've read like 3 times.
Yeah, and it's a novelette, a novella, uh, and
50, 60 pages,
I started
like that.
reading the first couple of pages, and it seems to take place off of Earth. I'll let you know. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Yeah, it sounds interesting.
Is it a mystery, you think?
I have no idea.
All you gotta do is look it up on Google.
It didn't work last time I tried that.
Oh, okay. Well, either way.
But I might try that and see what I can find. But yeah, I'm really hoping it turns out to be like a space mystery. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Oh man, I'll tell you, there's some great science fiction mysteries. Isaac Asimov has a science fiction mystery story in The Complete Robot, I believe it was, and it was one of the best ones I read. Just amazing. One of the best Isaac Asimov stories I've read.
I might need to find
Science
that
fiction mystery, and it was really fun. And it was political.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Isaac Asimov. And it was robots and AI. So
Okay.
I'll look through my
I'll
Complete Robot and find it for you.
I'll do my week 4.
It's a great story.
Yeah.
And it's not long. It's 25, 30 pages.
It's Isaac Asimov. I like Isaac Asimov.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
Excellent. The next thing I'm reading is Assumption Unjustified by Hal Clement. And I'm reading part of the reason I'm reading Hal Clement is for Hal for the Holidays, which is a really cool event put on by Brandy from the Booklectic. That's her channel. And she'll be listed down below in the co-host. She's part of New Worlds Remember as well. We're going to be reading 2 Hal Clement stories per month, or Hal Clement works per month. I've got short stories picked out for this month, and the rest of the months I'm going to be reading novels.
How many months does it span?
It spans, I believe, November, December, and January.
Cool.
Yep. So at least 6 Hal Clement works, and I'm putting 4 short stories in for this month.
Overachiever.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. I'm reading Assumption Unjustified this month, and I'm going to be reading it on my tablet. I have the best of Hal Clement, and I don't want to show the screen on this thing because it glares really bad, and yeah, and I just don't want to show the screen. So, but yeah. That is, and it sounds great, that story does, and it takes place off of Earth, like a lot of Hal Clement stuff does. I've come to find out. So I'll go with my next one. You can do your last one. She's got 3 things picked out. She might end up reading more.
There's no mind about it. I will definitely end up reading more. It's just the thing is, when I get on like an alien romance tear, I'll read 5 or 6 in 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
And there's absolutely no sense in me picking every single one of them because it's usually a Kindle Unlimited stream of consciousness.
Oh my goodness!
Stop it.
Sorry. Next, Nightfall by Isaac Asimov. I'm reading the short story. I've read the short story and I've read the novel, but it has been, I was in my early 20s probably, so 25 years since I've read them. So I remember little bits and pieces, but not a whole lot.
I'll read it in the pretty new book.
Yes, I am. I just got this, Adventures in Time and Space. Man, am I excited to have this book. It's 1,004 pages of science fiction short stories, and great classic science fiction short stories. Let me look. This was first published in. Let me find the title page here, or the copyright page.
You want to drop it on your face?
Yeah, probably. If I lay down while I'm reading it. 1946, when this first came out. This is a 1957 book club edition. Pretty nice condition. I got a great deal on it. Pretty nice condition. It's got a little tear right there.
It's in beautiful
some scratches on the back.
For its age.
Yeah, for 1957. I mean, this is really nice. And I'm about as excited about this as I am about any of the editions I have. It's got 35 short stories in it. It has Heinlein. It has let's see, Lester Del Rey, A.E. Van Vogt, Alfred Bester, yeah,
Isaac Asimov.
Harry Bates, I believe, was a different writer. Somebody let me know. I think Harry Bates had another name.
Robert Heinlein's in there.
Yeah, I've already said him. He's got 2 in here. And A.E. Van Vogt has 2 in here. L. Sprague de Camp, Louis Paget. Yeah, Frederick Brown. There's some great ones in here. And some of these authors, I know Don A. Stewart was John W. Campbell, I believe, because does this have Who Goes There in it? Yes, this has Who Goes There in it by Don A. Stewart, who was actually John W. Campbell. I started to say Joseph W. Campbell, but that's wrong. But man, am I excited to have this volume. I mean, look at this thing. I knew this existed. I had seen it before, but I didn't think I'd ever have one. So there it is.
So the one alien.
Oh yeah, this cover.
The cover cracks me up so hard.
It's funny.
The one alien romance I have picked out is called Matched to Zyko, and it takes place on the space station. The reason that I'm explaining this so you don't die when you see the cover, or maybe you will. It takes place on the space station. There's a woman who works there, and she's part of this matchmaking program. It's an alien romance that the space station runs, and it's sort of mandatory for all of their single workers, aliens and humans alike. She's not happy about it, but when she's matched, she's matched to the ugliest alien she's ever seen in her life. She thinks he is beyond ugly, and he's got the world's ugliest pet to go with him. And it's called Matched to Zyko by C.V. Crock. But
that's the cover.
That's the cover. I love it. I absolutely love romances, alien or otherwise, that include non-traditional romance couples. You know what I mean? Give me the scarred heroes and the curvy heroines. I love it, and I especially love it when the hero or heroine can really and truly accept what's different about the about the other the love interest. but that cover cracks me up every time I see it. So yeah, I can't wait to read that one. But yeah, and after that, it's probably going to be a stream of consciousness. If I like her books, I'll probably move on and find something else of hers that I really like. So yeah, there's really no point in me making this big long list of things I'm going to read, because I'm probably going to read like 8 or 9 books that week.
I haven't forgotten about, and we haven't forgotten about the sub prompts either. It's just we haven't had a chance to really dive in to see what these are going to fit.
Well, I know with this one, there's an element of there's actually an element of AI in it, but there's technology there out, and I can't remember all the
AI
prompts.
is not a sub prompt.
No, that's a weekly prompt, right?
Yeah.
Well, alien romance for one. But yeah, there's a handful for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to.
Yeah.
I told you I'm going to abuse that prompt.
I know.
hard.
My next one comes out of this book right here, Science Fiction Terror Tales. This. I mean, check out the cover. That's really cool.
That's a great cover.
But it is a science fiction book, even though it's horror as well. You know, got horrific elements. Let's put it that way. This book originally came out in I believe it's 1955. It's got authors like Ray Bradbury, Frederick Brown, Robert Sheckley, Richard Matheson. I mean, man, these are huge. Theodore Sturgeon, Isaac Asimov, Murray Leinster, Philip K. Dick, Robert Heinlein. And, I mean, in just this little thin volume, it's got all of those authors. Fairly small print, so they're able to get quite a few stories in here. But I'm reading, let's see, Pipeline to Pluto by Murray Leinster. It'll be my second Murray Leinster of the week. I'm trying to get into some of his stuff. I also have I bought it on Kindle for like 99 cents last year and I've barely gotten into it, but it's a huge Murray Leinster collection.
We need to look at that book we bought at Ollie's. The one that's all about it is a translated work. The whole book is translated.
Yeah.
Sci-fi stories.
What did it say? French? I think it's a translated from French.
Yeah.
But yeah, it came from Ollie's and really cool.
It's amazing things.
Yeah, check this thing out. I mean, I love having this. It's a Groff Conklin edited book. He compiled these stories, and he's got some really great stuff.
That's such a good front cover.
Yep. Have you shown all of yours?
Yep.
Okay. So I've got one more I want to talk about. It's Beyond the Aquila Rift by Alastair Reynolds. And it comes from the year's Best Science Fiction 23rd Annual Collection. And I'm probably going to use this one or the 24th Annual to get more stories for the week. But these are the ones I'm finishing. But I'm a huge Alastair Reynolds fan. I mean, everything I've read by the guy has just been amazing. Revelation Space is one of my favorite science fiction novels. Not just modern. One of my all-time favorite science fiction novels. He's awesome, but check out this cover too. Very, very cool cover. But yeah, these are my favorite of all the modern science fiction compilations.
They're awesome.
They
have some great stories in them.
Yeah, they do. I've read a lot of stories out of these. Probably read some out of this one. I know I have out of the 24th Annual, but yeah. And that's going to be my last, that's the last thing that I know I'm going to read for week 2. And I just wanted to get our week 2 TBR up because I want quite a bit of this to be reviews of stories. And I'd like to get a couple of lives going and stuff with people who want to talk about science fiction. Maybe their favorite science fiction short stories. That would be a good topic, I think. And I'd like to get some buddy reads going. So if you see anything that we're reading that you'd like to read, let us know. If you have anything you're reading that is short, and you would like someone to buddy read with you, you know. And by short, I mean short story, maybe short novella. Then that we could squeeze in and let us know, because I love doing that kind of stuff.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. So let us know.
Okay.
And happy sci-fi reading, everyone. And we will talk to you soon.
We'll see you in a couple of days.
Yep.
Your books are calling. Go read.